This evening, we're going to discuss a few things that is of great importance. I did a interview last night with my good brother Red Pill. Honors to you, brother. And we shared some information regarding a free gift, a free ebook that I've made available for the public to start this new cycle with a mind state of detoxification, cleansing, renewal, all of those good things. And basically, today I wanted to get more into the ideas around blood sugar. As you can see here, we have the blood sugar reset protocol. Hopefully, you can see that. You can see live because we're live right now. Life Force. That's one of my companies. So I want to start promoting all of my endeavors more actively in a more public setting to let the people know in the social media world exactly what it is that I do and offer. You might be asking what I'm drinking here. It's a little eternal, but I added some spirulina to it for some extra minerals and B vitamins and protein, amino acids, etc. But what I wanted to discuss today to kind of clarify a few things. One thing that I'm hearing and I heard last night was a big question about fatigue. Uh, and one of the things that he mentioned was that a lot of people had a lot of different ideas, and it's true that fatigue, feeling tired, can come from so many different things, life stresses, etc. But one of the things that I mentioned was the kidneys and adrenals. And the reason why that's important with today's topic is that dealing with blood sugar, you notice people end up on dialysis and they end up, you know, dealing with kidney challenges. So I wanted to deal with some of the facts and some of the things that aren't discussed dealing with blood sugar, from a naturopathic and a holistic standpoint. I'm not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. Nothing I'm saying here is approved by the FDA, nor do I want it to be. However, I'm going to give you sound science and information that you can go and do your own research. I have over 25 years of experience in naturopathic medicine, holistic medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. Um, I am a shaman. I teach uh, Qigong. I also, excuse me, I have my own school that I started in 2012 where I certify students in not only Qigong but various modalities. So, but that's for another conversation on another day. So, we wanted today to discuss metabolic balance. Okay. So, this conversation here that we're going to have today, it's not about fear. I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to label anything. All we're going to do is get into understanding how the body works and how to support it um, and support your blood sugar balance. We're going to learn about how that affects your energy, your mood, your focus, your weight, long term health. And, most people don't realize how blood sugar is involved until symptoms begin to start stacking up. So, my goal today is to educate people first and bring some clarity to the conversation second. So I'm going to introduce my first slide here, and I'm gonna first let me open up my chat here so I can read any comments. Just let me know. Hopefully, what I'm saying is heard clearly. But if you have any questions, I'm going to be looking at the chat here. I'm learning how to navigate the software, so work with me. Um, Last time I was halfway through a presentation and realized that the sound from a video I was playing wasn't playing. So, working out the kinks. So, please let me know if you're listening in, if there's something you notice that I need to be aware of so I can address it. So, let's get into it. Um, Let me add this here. Boom. And let me make this a little bit bigger for myself. So yeah, basically kind of what we talked about. As you can see, blood sugar is not all about sugar. Okay. Um, there's many other factors that are involved in the metabolic balance of blood sugar. And when it is out of balance, here's some of the symptoms that people may experience. As you can see, fatigue, which we already discussed. We have uh, mood swings, brain fog, anxiety, energy crashes after meals. Um, so, blood sugar affects the entire body, not just glucose levels, right? And also, if you guys have any questions regarding health um, from a holistic standpoint, we do have naturopathic telehealth network. So if you do need blood panels or anything done like that, we do everything. So full body scans, the whole nine. All right, let me move to the next slide here. What's next? Oh, here we go. Should pop right up. There we go. All right, so when it comes to this, in all reality, we want to get away from restriction and deprivation. That doesn't work. And it also causes stress mentally and physically and increases anxiety. So that's not how we want to approach this. We're not necessarily looking to restrict calories. Um, and here's something that might be a little controversial. Uh, I don't agree with avoiding carbs. Okay. So, all right, if we're talking about simple carbohydrates, white rice and pasta, things of that nature that easily convert into sugar and cause sugar to spike, that's not what I'm talking about. So, when we're dealing with carbohydrates, and we can deal with this a little bit deeper at another time, but let me move this off the screen just for a second so that everything is clear. Okay, I'll go back to the comments. All right. Yeah, so if you guys got comments, questions, etc., just put them in the comment section. I'll deal with it. All right, where was I at? So yeah, no restrictive diets. We're not avoiding carbs. The whole thing with carbohydrates. Let's break it down just for a second. We're talking about carbon and hydrogen. These are key fundamental constituents for not only our body but our health. And when we're talking about carbohydrates, we're really talking about fruits and vegetables. Okay, those are real carbohydrates. You hear a lot of people talking about not drinking water and dealing with this structured water from fruit. This is these are the carbohydrates. They hydrate the body. These fruits, but of course, there's a broader definition of carbohydrates that includes other types of foods, potatoes and such. Um, but that's not what we're speaking about when I'm speaking, because a lot of those things I stay away from. So let's see if I'm doing various grains, various pastas. I do my best to do the uh, whole grain or quinoa type pastas, if at all possible. Let's move forward to the next slide here. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. So as you can see, pancreas is a major player when it comes to blood sugar. Let's see if I can get a little vibration going while I speak here. Since I don't have interacting with me. But anyways, you can see your pancreas and liver control the blood sugar. So as you can see, your pancreas insulin production controls insulin production, blood sugar regulation. Um, your liver deals with glucose storage and energy release. All right, and so that's basically the inner workings, the basic simplified version of how that. Okay, have to call them back. But yeah, so let's move on to the next slide. We don't have to get uh, too deep at this point. I just wanted to cover some basics regarding how the body works regarding blood sugar and metabolism. So, how blood sugar affects energy and metabolism, as you can see, it can cause sluggish metabolism. You can start to gain weight, reduce energy production, weight gain, cravings, increased risk of heart disease. Okay. Um, and this is induced because the cells are lacking fuel, the mitochondrial is dysfunctional, excess energy gets stored as fat, and then you have damage to the blood vessels and organs. Okay, um, so this is what's really going on behind the scenes. So again, like I said in the first slide, it's not all about just sugar. This is all about lifestyle at the end of the day. Whenever you're dealing with most health challenges, um, revert back to lifestyle choices, lifestyle habits. Most lifestyle habits extend from familial or cultural habits. That's why a lot of diseases are referenced as genetic, and that runs in the family, if you will. They'll ask you if certain things run in your family. Well, yes, especially if everybody eats the same way, practices the same, lifestyle in general. So let's continue. It's only a couple slides left. We're not going to belabor this too long. So as you can see here, again, your body's signals are misleading. Okay, So as you can see here, cravings um, that you feel when you're hungry, a lot of times you're really craving nutrients. And so your body finds different ways to try to let you know this. But it just so happens that the things that our body craves oftentimes don't have the nutrients because we'll go for the salty snacks or the sugary snacks when we could go for the fruit or we could actually get, some vegetables and stir fry them or even eat them raw, get some hummus and get creative. So as you can see here, cravings for sugar, carbs, and salt, uh, hunger even after eating, not feeling satiated after eating a full meal. That's a clear indication that the food that you're eating does not contain the macronutrients and the micronutrients that you need to sustain you. So, for instance, I haven't eaten fast food in a very long time, but when you eat fast food, you still feel hungry a lot of times. You might have eaten, whatever you've eaten, but 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, you're like, man, I could eat another whatever. So we have to be careful about what we're putting in our body, the fuel that we're putting in our body. It's really important. I don't want to sound cliche. I just want to give you guys the facts and let you know that you do matter. You are important. Your health matters. The people that love you want you to live as long as possible. So it's not guaranteed that, you know, uh, eating an extra apple is going to extend your life per se, but the quality of your life will be much better the better that you treat yourself. Um, the more exercise that you get, the more fresh fruits and vegetables that you eat, the more sunshine and fresh air that you expose yourself to, the more fresh water, you know, you can go down the line. Basically, it's very simple. Um, let's see, because we're just about at the end of the slides again. Like I said, I don't want to keep you guys all day. Not miss anything. And again, this slide highlights the pancreas and the liver and their interconnectedness and how they work together. And again, in my classes, for those of you who are interested in possibly taking classes, I go into depth into all of these subjects, and we go into depth. Um, but this is just to cover some basics because I know a lot of people are struggling with certain things, and we want to make sure that you know that we have something for you. And we see here, so at Smile Pharmacy, at Life Force Management USA, we um, take a holistic approach to not only blood sugar but health in general. And you want to make sure you see at the top, you want to nourish the body, right? Why is that important? Again, we just talked about the fuel. If your body does not receive the constituents that it needs, the minerals, the vitamins, the phytochemicals, the, the amino acids, all of the essential fats, etc., the trace minerals, etc. These are the building blocks of the body. You know, um, the body needs these things. The body heals itself based on the raw material that you provide for it. And it does not have to be in the form of minerals. Uh, if you notice, if you bump your foot or you hurt yourself, you immediately grab that part of your body that hurts. You immediately are doing hands on energy work. This is a natural reaction that we have as humans. Um, so, as I continue here, um, by nourishing the body, as you can see, you address the stress and sleep issues, uh, balanced meals, targeted supplements, to make sure that you're getting the minerals that you may be missing throughout the day. Also, nourishing the body balances and boosts the metabolism, so you're able to digest your food better. You support gut health, which is very important. Over the last 10 years, it's become very mainstream to be conscious of your gut health and the fact that you actually have another brain, another thinking entity in your gut, and you should respect it. Pouring soda down your gullet all the time, it's not respecting your body, your temple, your gut health. Um, I know these things taste good, but we got to be realistic and know that um, what's happening to even things that are generally considered unhealthy are getting worse. Um, you can do the research, and I'm not here to start any type of controversy, but I want it to be known that there are people that are putting things in the food that you would be quite surprised of what they're actually putting in the food right now. Your sodas, they're finding in your top brands, and I'm not going to name no brands, but in your top brands, they're finding that there's nanobots, nanoparticles in these sodas. So just be careful, um, because you could be drinking robots, and who knows what happens when you get a certain amount in your body. If you're, who knows? I'm not going to postulate at this moment, but you can see here. I'm going to try to fill up the screen here for you guys a little bit better. We have the blood sugar reset protocol. As you can see, the QR code there in the corner. If you guys have any questions or want to get access to the protocol, what the protocol is designed for is to support balanced blood sugar rate regulation, stable daily energy without crashes, healthy metabolism or metabolic rhythm, reduce inflammation load, organ system and cellular support. How the protocol works: we have a sequence of supplements that we have put together for you guys. We've been formulating since 2018, and here's a few of our formulas that will help you. So the first one here is glycomodulator. It supports healthy blood sugar balance and insulin signaling. We have our organic green superfood. This provides the micronutrients and the phytonutrients that your body needs. We also have our turmeric with bioperine. This supports inflammation, balances metabolic efficiency, supports stress. We also have our organic green. I'm sorry, we doubled up on our on our green superfood there, but we have our pancreas support formula. This supports the pancreatic function and carbohydrate metabolism. Then we round it out with our Infinity Plus, which is a mushroom complex. It contains cordyceps, chaga, reishi, turkey tail, and many others. It's a very powerful formula. We've had great testimonials uh, for that formula alone. But this is the protocol that we put together. And if you feel as though you need additional support, because that's more of a DIY situation, and of course, you want to talk to your healthcare provider. Um, we want you to be as careful as possible, because although all of our ingredients are organic and natural and safe, we do use real herbs, and certain herbs do not agree with certain medications. So please be mindful of that whenever you're taking herbs, whether it's ours or anyone else's. If you're taking medication, make sure that you do your research and make sure that you don't have too many contraindications regarding that medication and those particular herbs that you are taking. So, if you're ready to take control, you can begin your transformation with the blood sugar reset protocol. Again, the QR code is in the corner. Um, so, next steps and personalized support for those who want a deeper guidance. Private consultations are available. Consultations offer one on one personalized support, full health and lifestyle assessment, traditional Chinese medicine, protocol refinement based on individual needs, nutrition and lifestyle guidance. How to proceed? You can start by ordering the blood sugar reset protocol by clicking the QR code down below or pulling out your phone and clicking on your camera and then clicking on the link there or going directly to the website. You can not only purchase the reset, but you can also set up a consultation. So appointments are scheduled based on availability. We are busy, so you know you may not get an appointment for that week. You may maybe the following week or two. We should be able to get you in. So how to proceed? Order the blood sugar reset protocol. Reach out um, directly to inquire about consultations, or just go to the website. Uh, so just if you have any questions, just feel free to contact us. I will put this on my various pages. You can DM me if you have any questions. But again, it would be easier to just go directly to the website if you need a consultation, or if you already know what you need. We do have the herbs there for you. Let me just reset here. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. Um, I pray that you found it educational. And if you have any questions, again, my name is Dr. Gabriel Hernandez L. I have been assisting people with all types of health challenges for the last 27 years. And I have a lot of great things to share with you guys in the future. So this is just the beginning. I will be producing more info, or I should say, edutainment styled presentations like this. And as I learn how to use all of my controls, hopefully I can have it running nice and smooth for you guys. And again, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'll be glad to answer any questions you guys have. With that, I say peace and love.